Morning everybody. We're going to continue with our reading of Luke's Gospel. We're into chapter 4 and I'm going to read from verse 20 through to 30 just to picture the scene. Jesus, we know, is back in Nazareth and he's just been given some scriptures to read from Isaiah, and having read it, this is where it leaves us. In verse 20 it says this: "Then he rolled up the scroll, gave it back to the attendant and sat down. The eyes of everyone in the synagogue were fastened on him, and he began by saying to them, 'Today this scripture is fulfilled in your hearing.' All spoke well of him and were amazed at the gracious words that came from his mouth. 'Isn't this Joseph's son?' they asked. Jesus said to them, 'Surely you will quote this proverb to me, "Physician, heal yourself." Do here in your hometown what we have heard that you did in Capernaum.' I tell you the truth," he continued, "no prophet is accepted in his hometown. I assure you that there were many widows in Israel in Elijah's time, when the sky was shut for 3.5 years, and there was a severe famine throughout the land. Yet Elijah was not sent to any of them, but to a widow in Zarephath, in the region of Sidon. And there were many in Israel with leprosy in the time of Elisha, the prophet, yet none of them was cleansed, only Naaman the Syrian.' All the people in the synagogue were furious when they heard this. They got up, drove him out of the town, and took him to the brow of a hill on which the town was built, in order to throw him down the cliff. But he walked right through the crowd and went on his way." Such a great picture there of Jesus as he kind of beginning his ministry time, and he would have been in a packed out synagogue. It would have been full of people, and he reads these famous scriptures, but beforehand tells them, just to let you know that these scriptures are being fulfilled in as you hear this. And the thing I just want to really pick out about this passage is that when he first sits down and all the eyes of this room are on him, thinking, who is this man? They thought positively about him. They thought he spoke well, he spoke graciously, and thought, yeah, that's lovely to hear. But then when he goes on to explain a little bit about the Old Testament characters that he mentions, it starts to anger people, because what he's basically saying is, you people won't accept the truth of these scriptures. You that are around me at this time won't accept it. And they get really angry and they try to take him to the edge of a cliff and push him off, but he just walks away and gets away from that moment. But the thing is this: they accepted that Jesus was a nice man, but they didn't really believe in who he was. And maybe that's you today. Maybe you can accept that Jesus would have been a nice man. He did nice things. He may have even somehow healed people. But do you truly believe that he was the Son of God? And that is what matters. I absolutely do. We know that Jesus lived. There's so much evidence that he lived, the man, and that he died on a cross. But it's whether you believe he was who he said he was that matters. Those people in that synagogue didn't believe him, and we know what they went on to do to him. But we do. I do, and I hope you do too. And if you don't, try and find out a little bit more about this man Jesus, because he's changed my life, and I'm sure he can change yours, absolutely, certainly. Have a great day, enjoy this weather, keep close to him, and yeah, at this time when things are challenging, if we can get closer to him, there's nothing better that we can really do at this time. Have a great day.